So what if you could build an inner fortress? I mean, a core of unshakable strength that lets you stand firm, no matter what life decides to throw at you. Well, today, we're going to unlock some ancient secrets from history's greatest minds to help you do just that. Let's dive in.
I want to start with a pretty intense question, and it comes from the philosopher Plato. Are you living in a cave of shadows? Now, this isn't just some dusty old philosophical puzzle. No, it's a deep, profound question about the very nature of your reality.
You see, Plato told this incredible story about prisoners who've been chained in a cave their entire lives, just watching shadows dance on a wall. And for them, that's it. Those flickering illusions are the entire world. Plato is basically saying, hey, this is a metaphor for most of us. We're trapped in our own little caves, mistaking the shadows of our own biases, the curated feeds on social media, and our limited experiences for the full, true picture of reality.
So the very first step on this whole journey is deciding to leave that cave. It's all about making a conscious choice, deciding for yourself to turn away from the shadows and start seeking the light of a bigger, more authentic reality.
The cool thing is, Plato didn't just point out the problem. He gave us the keys to unlock our own chains. First up, you have to question everything. As his teacher Socrates famously put it, the unexamined life is not worth living. Second, you have to actively go out and seek wisdom. True philosophy starts with wonder. And third, you have to cultivate virtue. That means aligning your actions with timeless ideals like courage and justice.
Okay, so stepping out of the cave, that's just the beginning. The world outside can feel overwhelming, you know? The light can be blinding at first. To navigate it, we're going to need a whole new set of tools. So let's forge our inner toolkit for resilience and strength, and we'll pull from another school of ancient wisdom for this.
Our first tool comes from the Taoist sage Lao Tzu. It's this amazing concept called Wu Wei, which translates to effortless action. Now, this isn't about being lazy or just doing nothing. It's actually a super skilled way of engaging with the world. It's the art of adapting to life's current instead of trying to fight against it. You end up achieving great things, but with way less resistance.
You know who just perfectly captured the essence of Wu Wei? Bruce Lee. Life is so unpredictable, right? When we're rigid and stiff like a tree in a big storm, we're probably going to snap. But if we can be like water, flexible, adaptable, we can always find a way around or through any obstacle.
But let's be honest, a lot of the time, the biggest obstacle isn't something out there. It's that nagging voice inside our own heads, that inner critic that's constantly whispering that you aren't good enough, that you're going to fail, that you shouldn't even bother trying. Self-doubt is a total liar, and it's a story that we have the power to rewrite.
So how do we actually rewrite that destructive inner story? Well, first, you arm yourself with evidence. You challenge that inner critic with a list of your past successes. Next, you got to shift your focus to your strengths. You build momentum with small, realistic goals, and maybe most importantly, you reframe failure. It's not the end of the world. It's just vital feedback on your path to getting better. Okay, with a stronger inner toolkit, we can start to shift our focus outward. It's time to stop just wandering around in the light and start actually constructing a life of meaning and purpose. And for this, the sheer practicality of the Stoics is a game changer. The Stoics had this fantastic approach we can call the brick by boring brick philosophy. It's basically the ancient version of what we call atomic habits today. In our age of instant gratification, this is such a powerful reminder. Anything truly worthwhile, a great career, a strong relationship, a meaningful life, it isn't just found overnight. No, it's built patiently and persistently through consistent daily effort.
So here's the blueprint. Step 1, know what you're building by setting clear goals. Step 2, and this one is absolutely key, fall in love with the process, with the work itself, not just the prize at the end. Step 3, you have to embrace the mundane. The repetitive, unglamorous grunt work, that's where the real foundation gets laid. And finally, celebrate those small wins along the way. They're the fuel for your journey.
Of course, building a life means you're going to face some tough decisions and unexpected problems. The path is never a straight line, right? So how do we navigate those critical crossroads with some wisdom and courage? Okay, this is one of the toughest challenges in life, knowing when to persevere versus when to let go. You stick with something when it's aligned with your core values, when the challenges are actually helping you grow. But you've got to have the courage to quit when a path is just draining your energy, when it becomes fundamentally unhealthy, and when your gut is just screaming at you to get out. Real wisdom is knowing that difference.
Another huge pitfall is procrastination. We all do it. We see a problem, a conflict, a financial issue, and we tell ourselves, I'll deal with it later.
But here's the thing. Problems are not like fine wine. They don't get better with age. They escalate. What starts as a small leak can turn into a flood.
The Stoic approach is to act like a firefighter. First, detect the smoke early. Pay attention to those little warning signs. Then, take swift action. Don't wait for things to get worse. And don't just treat the symptoms. You gotta find the root cause of the fire. And hey, if you mess up, which we all do, you practice damage control. Own it, learn from it, and move on without fanning the flames.
And this is so important. You do not have to face these challenges alone. Seek out mentors, people who have walked the path before you. Think of it like assembling your own personal Jedi Council. Their perspective, their wisdom, it can literally save you years of painful trial and error.
So escaping the cave, building our tools, navigating the world, it all leads us right here to this final, ultimate goal, constructing and living a life of genuine, authentic purpose.
So, what are the actual building blocks of a meaningful life? Well, the great thinkers have pretty much given us the map. It starts with curiosity, that unstoppable desire to learn and explore. It's fueled by service, finding a purpose in something bigger than ourselves. It's expressed through creation, bringing something new into the world that's uniquely you. And it's all forged in the fire of challenge, embracing adversity as the ultimate engine for growth.
In the end, it really all comes down to this profound insight from Viktor Frankl, a man who found meaning in the absolute worst circumstances imaginable. Meaning isn't some cosmic secret you have to go out and find. It's something we actively create through our choices, our actions, and our attitude every single day.
And that brings us right back to you. You have the philosophy, you have the tools, you have the blueprint. The journey out of the cave, that's just the first step. The real question is, now that you're in the light, what are you going to build?